出海，一个本该没有国际的词汇，如今却几乎成为了中国企业狼性扩张的专属代表词。他们都对我说 ：“Jin， 别傻了，在中国，他们有庞大的内需，即使他们的企业躺平，也能活得滋润。在美国，单一语言市场就足以支撑万亿市值的神话。板宽大满，这里的企业家再用心，天花板也肉眼可见。资本再雄厚，我们也只是池塘里的小鱼，如何去抗衡深海里的巨鲨呢？但我不那么认为。古人也说过，天将大任于斯人也，必先苦其心志，劳其筋骨。这片土地虽然只有3600万人口，但它从未缺席过商业奇才。本土企业家除了必须应对内地的竞争，还要面对这时代无边界的全球商战。正是这种窒息感逼出他们进化的本能。这一季，让我带你站到最前线，去看看那些扛着大马旗帜在异国他乡开疆国土的他们。这期我又邀请了我的好朋友 Kee Nguyen 越南咖啡的主理人 Radius。自从上次一别，他们如今已经添加了接近10多间新的 outlet， 最近还进军了泰国以及汶莱。那海外的商界又长什么样子呢？我们接着看。
Back in October itself, yeah. One of my friends, so he came and approached me, hey bro, I got this event in Brunei. Then I asked him when. They said, oh, next month. I'm like, whoa, next month? You're telling me now, like just a month before the event? He said it's a very good opportunity for you and your brand to actually participate. I talked to Henry about it and like, fuck it, let's go, yeah. This will be our first international expansion as a event-based a pop-up, and then also a chance for people out of Malaysia to actually taste our coffee for the first time. Yeah.
So prior to that, you've never entered into Brunei market before?
We didn't realize there's a market there. To be honest, yeah, not in a bad way, just that it never come across our mind, yeah. But when he mentioned that Brunei, and it's all a very highly Muslim populated country, which is like Malaysia but times 3. The currency and their willingness to spend. When I went there, I feel like it's a combination of Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore, all these 3 combined. But it's a very chill place with population less than 500,000. Only 450,000 people there.
But that's interesting because you guys are not even in East Malaysia. Are you even in East Coast?
No, we're not. We went straight to Brunei and
so what happened, man?
Being optimistic, right? We went to the event thinking, okay, logistics company is gonna handle all the shit for us and things are gonna be silky smooth, right? So we went to Miri. We landed in Miri first and we bought all the stuff and went over to Brunei. And it was around 5 p.m. Yeah. We were supposed to actually set up at that time, yeah. But when we went there at around 7 p.m., there was nothing that actually arrived, yeah. The container is still stuck in the border from Miri to Brunei. So I called the EO, the event organizer, and hey bro, where's our shipment? I don't see anything, like literally nothing. They said, bro, I think it's still stuck in the borders. I think you arrive at 9 p.m. So I'm like, okay, 9 p.m. That's not too bad, yeah. So I bring my team to have dinner, all of us, because there's no point waiting in the event venue itself, right? 9:30, I call the guy. Hey, is the shipment here? No, bro. No sign of the truck even moved yet. So it's been stuck in the border for God knows how many hours. Yeah. So in the end, we were like, okay, I guess we just hate to sleep. Yeah. And see what happens tomorrow. I can't really sleep because there was too much worry in my mind.
That's interesting you say that because you don't look like the type, man.
Because I'm the coordinator of the whole event itself, yeah. For my team and the
brand itself.
Yeah, together with the EO. Generally, there's a lot of stress on my shoulders.
Yeah, man. And also like between you and Henry as well, because it's like your first move.
Yeah,
like what?
National. It's just our first move, first day, and everything is ready. So fuck, yeah. I woke up at around 5 and went to the toilet. Roughly checked my texts. It was like 4 a.m., 4:30. Right? They told me, bro, your shipment has arrived. I'm like, whoa. There's some hope coming up, yeah. At around like 6 a.m., me and Henry, we drove to the venue and bring the coffee back to our room and start brewing the coffee, yeah.
Inside the room.
Yeah. And we were like super behind time, yeah, because we are supposed to start brewing the day before itself. Shit happens and we are where we are today. So we went back and I told my staff, there's no coffee for y'all to sell, so you guys just sell matcha and chocolate first, yeah. The sales was sadly only $87. Our coffee is not something we can just produce just like that. Yeah.
I get you.
And then so happened, right, the spot that they gave us is super at the back behind. Yeah.
Damn, man.
Yeah, and it was literally a place where nobody even want to come. Yeah.
It's like people go there just to dispose of their trash.
Yeah, so we were cornered to the point where there's a bad location, shipment arrived freaking late, yeah. Nothing was just working out for us. Anything that can go wrong went wrong or on the steroid mode, yeah. The first day, so I went to the food part, which is the front section, and it was packed with people, like crazy tons of people are there because it's a food festival and it was raining and people even line up. I was just looking at all the stalls there and it dawned on me that, damn, everyone is having customers and crowd, man, except for my booth, man. At that time, it was raining and got a little bit emotional. Yeah. Then I called Henry and say, bro, I think this whole business trip is a flop, yeah. I went back to the hotel and sadly, we told them, I don't know, maybe tomorrow I might call this off and we just fly one back early, yeah. So the next day is where the miracle actually happens, yeah. Something pops for us, yeah. 8 a.m., my friend who is the EO, who got us into that Silk Havoc event, he called me, hey bro, I got a place for you, man. This place is actually a spot at the food fest itself. I'm like, oh, that's where all the crowd is at. And he told me that spot, actually people pay a premium for it, yeah.
Damn.
And I'm only paying not so premium.
Probably like probably that basic lah.
Yeah. So it was until 3 p.m. where everything was finally set up. Things were starting to look like it's finally happening, yeah. But there was no crowd yet because we look so foreign in that new place, yeah, where people pay a premium, but it's still where all the crowd is at. So people were looking at, oh, what's this, Kopi Vietnam or something? Yeah. Then they just walk past, yeah. So at 3:30 was where some people start to come and buy. They said, the buka de. Then we say, yeah, the buka. Then we started selling and the momentum was still slow. We try to build it slowly. And then it hit 5 p.m. I got my Vietnamese promoter girls who actually helped me to promote the product, yeah. So once they push, we finally get the volume that is proper.
Throughout that entire food fest, bro, how much was the sales?
I can't really share the
No
exact
problem.
numbers, yeah.
But is it like 5 figures?
Yeah.
So was it like 6 in Malaysia ringgit?
No, not that much. It gets a 5 days event, yeah.
Okay,
And
okay.
first day is really a flop, so we only got like 3.5 days, yeah.
But the ending is that it was a good ending.
Yeah, we didn't expect like, I really want to like, okay, we just fly back and call this off, yeah. But it was an 8 a.m. call that changes everything for us. So from the moment, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we were beyond busy, yeah.
Damn, man.
Yeah, I got 4 staff working non-stop, yeah. For 3 days straight, yeah.
And that's excluding you, right? You were helping as well.
Yeah, I was just out there coordinating and meeting with some potential partners as well too, yeah. I need to facilitate the momentum for people to actually buy my coffee, yeah.
I mean, of course, you guys are still looking for licensees, right?
Yeah, for sure, locally.
Have you switched to a franchising model or?
No, not yet.
Okay, so
Yeah.
still doing your license.
Yeah, actually license.
All right, so if anyone is still looking to, know more about Kee Nguyen brand, to talk to Radius.
Yeah, I mean 100%. This time you did the podcast for me, I got like 5 new outlets, man. That's a good ROI, man.
Bro, you're gonna pay me in like lifetime coffee, man.
I gotta do more interviews here, man.
But bro, I'm just like, as a friend, I'm just happy for
Thanks, man.
where we game, man.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah.
Huge respect to you and Henry for building this brand. Before this, right, let's just talk a bit about the decision to even go international.
For every brand, I believe, right, it's always been like a dream for them to actually get their brands and the product overseas, right?
Yeah,
Everyone wants to
good, man.
scale and everyone want to expand, yeah. But for us, that is definitely what we want to do, but we just do not know which country and where to start, yeah. When my friend approached me 3 months ago, when we heard Brunei, we see that as like a real opportunity because it's somewhere that only a few brands are actually there, like Zeus Coffee, Tea Life, and Mr. DIY. Yeah, a lot of Malaysian brands are actually there. We see all these, right, as like a guideline and reference that, hey, actually a Malaysian brand might actually work there. And Vietnamese coffee is strong and sweet. So we decided to put Brunei as our first place to actually try our product. Whereas the maths behind it's all still depending on the logistics. So that is the thing that costs the most. Yeah.
I see. So you just felt like, okay, it's worth the bet now.
Yeah, it's worth the bet, yeah.
Okay. I believe, especially when it comes to like F&B or even electronic products, right? I heard moving electronic products into Brunei is actually quite strict. It's like you need to get Serim lah. You move yourself
right,
into Malaysia. What about F&B, man?
Definitely, we didn't go in just like that, like so casually. The EO actually vetted us quite a bit. Yeah, we need to submit our profile of our company and everything. They have verified that our brand is actually halal in Malaysia.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have built a good reputation around Malaysia. So that's why they keep that as a good reference that actually, okay, this brand is legit to come in. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, that's how we got in there. Yeah. For Brunei, right, they kind of trust every product that's coming from Malaysia itself. Yeah.
Thanks to our halal certification is actually widely recognized globally.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. If you say your brand is from Malaysia, you already passed like 80% of the vetting process already.
Okay, I see, man.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the paper and all. Going back to the story, bro. Mental side of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Walk me through the roller coaster on top of your head, man. You were like damn emotional on the first day itself. How do you keep everything together, bro?
Through all these 6 years of being in the business, right, I think both of us, me and Henry, we have built the resilience that we have seen a lot of failures and we have been through a lot of failures. Yeah. So this one failure, we feel that is something that I think there's still hope. Yeah. We should actually,
Bro, I get you, bro.
we should actually just push it through a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And something might happen. And really, something happened. Yeah. Yeah, when something as strong as this Brunei first 2 days flop, right, hit us, we didn't really crumble or shake. Yeah. I mean, we're shaken, but we didn't crumble.
Okay, but that's the thing, right, bro?
Yeah.
This is normally found in founders. People always say, like, founders, you are able to ignite that fire within you, but not exactly when it comes to employee.
To be honest, I'm very thankful for all my employees. I mean, yeah, some of them are shaken by it, yeah, but they didn't give up and they continue to fight with me. Yeah. And I reward them handsomely after the event, yeah, because they really deserve it, yeah, because they stand by our side.
I really enjoyed reading some of your sharing when it comes to your business journey and all. One hits me deeply. You say 2025 is definitely not the fastest year, but it's one of the wisest.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
And then you listed all the outlets one by one, right? I was like, damn, Radius is going somewhere, man. Because it's like fast expansion. It's something that people easily overlook, right? It's like, damn, I'm doing good right now. So they will never look at the risk one.
Yeah.
But then it's when shit hits the fence and then they'll be like, damn, just give up or fly back to Malaysia.
Correct.
So it's like that recollection, man. It's like a different side of Radius.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to put it into words here, but it's just something that when you're at that moment, you really feel like just giving up everything, yeah. But somehow deep inside me tells me, don't give up yet, yeah.
Bro, I get you, bro. What about Thailand, bro? I think you mentioned that in our last podcast.
Okay, Thailand, at first, we talked to a partner to first open 1 or 2 outlets, yeah. But we realized, right, Thailand is actually a different beast, yeah. It's a population 3 times of Malaysia. So we need to go carefully with the right partner, yeah. Okay. So we're actually restructuring our expansion there. For Thailand, we're definitely going to use a master franchise model for expansion to Thailand.
Why though, bro?
When you're in another country, right, every country have their own way to play the game, yeah. Only the locals actually know how to play the game, yeah.
So you're looking for that partner as well?
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
All right,
looking
cool,
for that right partner to actually expand, yeah. Like a proper channel, yeah.
Guys who are watching this, if you're interested to work with Radius on Thailand market, reach out to him as well.
Yeah.
I'll put your number below, man. We did our last podcast, I think March last year.
Yeah.
And it's not even been 1 year, but I've seen a lot of growth in you, man, and the brand itself.
Oh, yeah, that was March last year.
Yeah. So let's talk about another thing, bro. Recently I saw a lot of my members, they were like screaming here and there saying, bro, the competition is rising here, man. And I really want to talk to you more about competition.
Even in Malaysia?
In Malaysia and beyond Malaysia as well. People are using this term called 出海. It's like expansion beyond horizon. It's like going to foreign markets. And normally they use this for China company going to different markets, Southeast Asia or Europe, whatever. So a few things about China. They got capital. They used to only OEM stuff and copy stuff, but I don't think it's the case right now. They are actually innovating on top of what they have copied back then.
They're no longer a copycat country.
Yeah, I don't think they are just known as a copycat country.
Correct.
So, bro, talk to me a bit more about competition, right?
You just want to focus on competition. It will be a never-ending dilution of your own brain space.
Exactly.
So for our case, right, we're pretty much unbothered by all this competition, yeah. We just stay in our lane and do our thing. You still have to look at what people are doing. But just be very aware of what's happening, but not to be too indulged into what the competition is actually doing. Yeah, what we are selling is still a niche product. I mean, if we were to sell a specialty coffee today, I think we won't bother. Yeah, because there's too many out there in the market right now. Yeah, but we believe that Kee Nguyen is still a genre of its own. That we sell Vietnamese coffee that is not for everyone, that's not for everyone's daily consumption. We accept that, yeah. Because we are not selling accessibility. We are selling something that has a distinctive taste from Vietnam
I totally get you, bro.
to in Malaysia.
It's like you can be a coffee drinker. It's just that one day you wake up, you feel like drinking Vietnamese coffee.
Correct, yeah.
Today so it's like an additional option for that.
Correct, yeah.
You are at 62 outlets right now.
Correct.
Back in March 2025, I think you were like at 52 or 54.
50 something.
So, bro, what's next after 62, man? Are you done with Malaysian market or
No, I mean
a lot more to go?
Malaysian market, we're gonna cap it around like 200, 300, yeah. Because Malaysia market is actually quite limited also, yeah. We do not want to expand just for vanity scaling, yeah.
I get you.
Yeah, not just numbers, yeah. For us, we prefer it to be revenue density outlets that all outlets actually make good money rather than just being out there with huge numbers and
I
stuff.
get you. It's like sustainable. Just happy for your growth, man. I hope to see, you guys expanding into East Malaysia as well. I feel like that's also a huge market. A lot of people there, but I don't know why, like, not a lot of Malaysian brands actually keen to expand there.
Because the culture there is a bit different, yeah. Most companies who expand there, they want to fully own the share and the profit of their business. If you go to Borneo, that's not how it works, yeah.
I see.
You have to get a local partner there. It's a territory game, yeah.
I get you, bro. Bro, back to foreign expansion. Brunei, Thailand, are you looking at other countries as well?
We are looking at Philippines. We're gonna try an expo in Japan this year. We were basically going in as a pop-up first, just to test our product, see if people really dig our product. And then from there, we decide whether, okay, we should actually open a physical outlet there or not. Before we decide whether we should open or what, the best way to try is all these events and expo. You go there and expose your product out to the real people there in Japan, like, or any other countries, for them to actually experience and try a product, see whether it works or not. If it doesn't work, then I think you can pull back the thought of actually expanding to that country, because not every country will fit your product or your brand. Yeah, I mean that's the reason why some events are 3 or 5 days, right?
Okay.
It's
I see.
one day disappointment shouldn't conclude your whole expansion there.
I get you.
Yeah.
So you rather join those where
3 or 5 days, yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
when
it's-
you can really validate the market.
Correct, yeah.
Bro, that's damn smart, bro.
Yeah.
Just generally on F&B industry itself. Bro, a lot of people, when they go and expand, right, they go and get a shop lot, go and get all the paperwork done and all. So a lot of people say that F&B is actually CapEx heavy.
They're
But
right.
here you are doing it different way.
Every business has their way of spending on their capex, spending on their expansion. But for us, because our product is so versatile, we are very capex low. So it's very easy for us to be available everywhere in the world. The capex to actually open one of our outlets is actually pretty low, because we don't have a coffee machine.
I get you.
That itself already saves us like 40,000.
Yeah, easily. You also shared with me in the earlier podcast that you allow your franchisee to roll out their own model that they are comfortable with.
For this year, we are avoiding that. We are doubling down on a more proper business model, yeah. Because we want to standardize our operation more now. Past few years, we have to leverage on people's capital to actually grow the brand. But now that we are a bit more stable, we want to slowly standardize and channel everything into the right place right now, yeah. All the capital to be optimized in the right way.
Bro, you are, I don't know, man, you're just confusing me, bro. Because you 8 to 9 months, but you look like a different person now. You are telling me another story of Kee Nguyen. As a friend, I'm happy to see this growth, bro.
Through the last 8 months, actually a lot of things happened and a lot of thoughts went through, yeah. We realized giving people flexibility is actually bad in the long term, yeah. You actually damage your brand equity in the long term. Let's say I have a high sale outlet, like let's say a ROI City Mall.
This is a true story, yeah.
Yeah, it's a true story. In order to make the revenue for that one high performing outlet, I will have to combine 5 different outlets to match that kind of revenue. The capital to actually sustain that, the one high performing outlet is actually lower than the need to sustain these 5 outlets that matches the revenue. Yeah, so you just imagine like one shop, you actually need to burn on the staff, the rental. Yeah, the rental might be cheaper, but the salary of the staff is still the same.
Then are you guys heading into quality play right now?
100%.
But would that translate into higher pricing?
No, the pricing still remains. Just that the brand is more focused and optimized right now. Yeah, the clarity is there now. Yeah, compared to like maybe 8 months ago, we were still juggling around.
Nah, you definitely know your way around like 8 months ago. It's just that I'm seeing a different radius today, man.
Yeah, I would say not different, but more clarity. Yeah.
17 outlets last year.
Hmm.
How many did you close down though?
I close 6.
Not
Basically,
because they are not performing, it's just that it's not worth the time.
a bit of both. Yeah. Some is just the location doesn't work.
What's next for you, man, in this like 12 months period?
I mean, the expansion in Malaysia will never stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're actually gonna do like a 2-tier model for Malaysia soon, and we're gonna roll out this model.
Damn, you never share this anywhere else, right?
No, not that.
Bro, so this is exclusive, yeah?
Yeah, so we want to focus on all the revenue density outlets here. We want to use that as our tier 1 brand equity here. This thing we call the Lexus, which is a tier A, and the Toyota, which is the tier B.
I get you.
Yeah, tier A is where we open in all the high traffic places like A tier mall, like Pavilion, IOI City Mall, Sunway Pyramid.
Yeah, Valley.
But tier B is where we open in fast moving office CBD.
Oh, don't mention any names, bro.
Yeah, CBDs where it's still high traffic, but it's meant to fit the daily habit of people.
I get you.
The A tier will be the one carrying the brand to another level, where the B tier will be the one for fast moving, fast volume. It just fits the accessibility and the daily habits. We want to build a daily habit through the tier B model.
Bro, I totally get you, man. You know, if you are an entrepreneur watching this, definitely you know what Radius is saying.
Yeah.
It could be the same model, but serving 2 different purposes. One is to really sustain the brand itself, generate good profits.
Yep.
Another one is more for amplification of the brand.
100%, yeah, you got it totally right, yeah. Tier B will never be the one leading Tier A, yeah. Tier A will always be the one leading Tier B, yeah.
But Tier B is necessary for Tier A to strike further. Let's say today, I want to join you. Bro, of course I want to be in Tier A location, man.
Yeah.
Why would I want to be in Tier B? Then how do we structure this around?
Okay, the capex for Tier A and Tier B is different. So it depending on your appetite for the capex, yeah. No discrimination there, yeah, but it's just depending on what people prefer.
Personal preference.
Correct.
Right, that's for expansion, man. Anything else new?
Of course, we're gonna join more expo this year. Yeah, I'm looking at a coffee expo in Bangkok, May, Japan, on April. We only do our branding in the terms of positioning and strategy. Yeah, we didn't really spend on ads and everything. Yeah, so the brand actually builds organically for the past 6 years.
So, bro, on a marketing POV, right? Do you think you're doing things right?
Right in our scale now, but as we go on to like a bigger scale, we need to, yeah. When you achieve more than 100 outlets, you actually need to market your brand in a different way.
Exactly, because I feel like not spending a single cent also doesn't sound right, bro.
Yeah, for sure. I did a chat with ChatGPT, like a really deep rabbit hole chat. Yeah, if you haven't narrowed down all your deepest brand value, it's better that you don't do any marketing at all because you're still not sure of your direction yet. ChatGPT actually teaches me to actually search the deepest soul of my deepest soul of my brand and get the clarity of all the hardest and the toughest question before you actually pay someone to do your ads, your branding, yeah, because you need to set the direction for them. If you do marketing or branding without 100% or 1000% brand clarity, right, you're actually just scaling your uncertainty.
Yeah, you're leading people the wrong way.
Correct, yeah. I don't feel we actually lose out for not doing marketing, but because it really takes a lot of time to actually get that full clarity for the brand, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
1000%, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, there's a fine line between not taking any action and sharpening your clarity.
Correct, yeah.
I think you are sharpening your clarity.
2025 for me is a lot of time about clarity, yeah. A lot of brands came out and a lot of brands closing down. So it makes me question like, why? Yeah, so I went and talked to ChatGPT and Grok, of course, yeah. These are two of my favorite AI. It really brings me to a very deep clarity. that what I should do for the next step of my brand. Yeah. So that is where I started to actually search what really Kee Nguyen actually means. Yeah.
Is there an answer to that today? Or
Of course not. Yeah. There's still a lot of things to answer. Yeah.
shit, bro, I'm damn proud of your progress, man.
They give me like this whole long sheet of things to answer. I haven't done answering it yet. Yeah. I'm gonna do that maybe over the Chinese New Year. Yeah. Hope I can get a full clarity after Chinese New Year. I got to realize the danger in scaling. When you don't scale your things right, you're just scaling your mistakes. Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. This is what we will admit that we actually did this in our early years. Yeah. But we decided to slowly pull back all these mistakes that we did and mend into the way where we now have two models, Tier A and Tier B. Yeah. Clarity is everything now.
Okay. All right. You heard it from Radius. I'm just going to end it there, man.
Yeah.
Bro, thanks for coming to the show again. And thanks for the coffee, man. Just all good, bro.
Yes.